All right. Welcome, girls. I have Mary and Isabella, now that I know which one's which. This is my second trio episode. And the other two were from Eating Up with the Hanashins, and they were sisters as well. And I think they're so nice. And I just thought, if you're going to go in business, it's got to be with your sister, right?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you want to let the listeners know who you guys are, what you do, where you're at? Let them know.
Yeah. Well, I'm Isabella, and I'm a midwife. I'm 25 from Adelaide.
And I'm Mary, and I am a corporate banker, and I am 24. So we are cousins. We're not sisters. We're cousins.
Oh my God, you're cousins.
We both got brown hair, look the same type thing. But our mums are sisters.
Oh, amazing research by my behalf. I don't know why I just assumed sisters, but anyway.
Oh, I think people do. Just, we kind of, not that we look the same, but similar.
Similar enough.
Yeah.
And then like a year or so ago, probably like a year, and we started last year in February, our page, Cugini Cucina. And basically it was literally just Isabella reached out. She's like, who wants to create a food page in our cousins group chat? And I was like, I do. Yeah. And we both just share like a love for cooking. But as we created the page, we kind of found our direction. And that was to, share traditional Italian recipes, dig down back to our like family traditions, the things that, people can draw on memories to as well. And then also explore modern European cooking. And that's also quite fun too, doing all these new things.
What part of Italy are you guys from? Like your background, is it southern?
Yeah, southern, from Calabria.
Yeah. I've got like, obviously my husband's Italian, I'm not, but people just think, oh, Italian food. I'm like, it's not all the same. No.
Oh, it's not.
No. Where's your husband's family from?
So he's from Bari, but Puglia. So very coastal. And so when I met him, I was young. I didn't really like understand much about regions and stuff. And I was like, you don't do salami all the time. And he's like, we don't, like, it's not really our regional thing. Like, it's not like they don't eat it, but it's not their thing, right? I was like, what do you mean? This is why I wanted to date an Italian. But oh my God, you're a midwife. I didn't even know. That's amazing. I used to be a pediatric nurse.
Oh, really?
How cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that for a long time. Well, not long, but long enough. And then then like I just kind of diverted from there because my husband set up his business, and it just was like the shift work and then trying to fall pregnant. And then it just wasn't really feasible for what I was bringing home versus having to kind of help do the back end of everything. In every business is always a back end. And then from there, it kind of just evolved, had kids, and, as life takes you. But and so when you guys, because you guys didn't have lockdown in South Australia, you had like 2 days.
We didn't really have, we barely had anything.
Because I was going to say, this isn't a lockdown, like a little thing that established because of lockdown. No, it was just purely because you felt inspired.
Yeah, February was like kind of like things were normal here. So it was more just, I don't know, it just happened. And it was good because like working full time, it's like, for me, I feel like I'm in front of a screen all the time, and I was like, I need some sort of creative outlet, and I genuinely love cooking anyway, so it just worked out perfect.
Do you guys always cook Italian, or is it just very
for our page always like Italian, mostly, European vibe? But like midweek dinners, like they'll be like I don't know, curry for example, or like a stir fry or something.
We did Greek recently. That was a good feast.
Even
though we didn't have lockdown, we still had a lot of restrictions in South Australia, so it made eating out really difficult. So I think we're doing a lot more like getting everyone over for dinner, just doing dinner parties and
testing all the recipes out. Do you usually like ask aunties, mums, grandmas for recipe? Are they do you find like, especially with any ethnic background, they don't measure?
No. I've got like my dad's side is in Sydney, and I spent a week there not long ago, and I was like, Nonna, I want to do a pasta day, and she was like, yep, we'll do it. We made like 6 serves of pasta so she could freeze them all. And I was like, okay, this is like the whole day. That's fine. And I wanted like quantities, and it was just like, no, until it feels right. She added so much flour, so much eggs. I was just like, well, I guess we just got to go off feel.
That's the hard part.
Trusting the process though.
And I think just with everything, like even when I do potato gnocchi, it's like it really comes down to the potato. Like you've got to say starchy, but not all potatoes are the same. So you got to just get that real, that feeling in the eye. You got to use your senses, I think, with cooking. And that's really hard when you guys do recipe. Like I find, do you find that too when you recipe develop? You get people that are just very much like, how much salt? And I'm like,
everyone's sense of salt is so different. My mum often tells me I don't add enough salt, but then I see how much she puts in and I'm like, whoa.
I have blood pressure problems, but exactly what you need.
That's the secret to good cooking. It's just handfuls of salt.
How would you say to someone you can distinguish as an Italian a Southern recipe or Southern cooking versus, for example, Northern, just loosely?
Northern is often a lot more rich, creamy. Lots
Southern,
of cheese, and then like Southern is a lot more
saucy, spicy. Fennel seeds, chili. I would say,
meat.
And,
Nduja comes from you guys, doesn't it?
We actually bought some on the weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Put them in our panini.
What do you guys use? So Nduja, for anyone that's listening that doesn't know what it is, it's like a Southern spicy sausage paste, isn't it?
But you can't buy it in like it looks like it's
back in full bag.
We like, because I was looking for it because I don't know, like in Adelaide, the continental stores here aren't as good as what's in Sydney and Melbourne.
You reckon? I heard the opposite.
Really? It's very limited.
We're limited, we would say.
Like there's those places that you know and you love and you always go to, but there's not much else out there.
We go to Sydney or Melbourne, we're just like, wow.
Just get everything.
I reckon more so Melbourne than Sydney. I would say Melbourne is definitely up there.
Melbourne is like the foodie capital.
Oh my God, I can't wait to go there. Oh God, I did a podcast episode the other week with Anna Rossi. Like I usually buy her jewelry, and I was like, we need to do an episode on where to go to Melbourne, and not just those Instagram poster places that we just see, like the real, because she's also Italian background. I just feel like when you have grown up with a palate and you just know when something is good or not, right?
Exactly.
So what do you guys usually make with Nduja? Like pasta sauces?
Pasta sauce, like just in panini. I'm gonna pop it on some pizza on the weekend. Do like a nice spicy pizza. So
lasagna sauce. I sometimes put it in a lasagna sauce too. Like you
idea.
To add a bit of spice. I mean, obviously if the kids are my kids, like I'll make 2, I'll add a bit of Nduja to 1, because I feel like it varies as well. The authentic ones are really spicy, and then the Western one, I'm like fake Nduja is a little bit more mild. But what do you guys like? Is there so today I also interviewed Eleni from My Family Foods Feed, and she's Cypriot, and we're talking about the blog and the website and all that kind of stuff. And I said to her, like, do you feel like when you show up online, there's this added pressure to kind of like, oh, I could do a bit of this, because I know that she's very on brand in terms of being very true and authentic with Cypriot food. And I feel like your page is so amazing, and it's so Italian, and it's and I love that. I'm so drawn to people and their page where it's just it feels like home.
Yeah.
Do you want to create that? Do you feel sometimes like a bit of like, oh, I could like dabble?
Not for me, I don't think. I think that sticking to what we're good at is like, and what we can resonate with is important. And I think that's what makes us us.
We really love as well, like every now and then we'll get messages from people be like, I remember doing this with my parents, or we did the exact same thing, or we did it a bit different. And it's just nice to connect with people who can have share those similar experiences.
I think so too. And by you guys doing that, I think it's really creating more confidence and inspiration in the kitchen for people who had family members, like maybe they've had their family passed away.
Yeah.
That didn't get, they might not have their nonna around. They remember doing that and they'd really like to recreate it, but just don't know because it was never written. Or you'd have a recipe book and it would have like random notes and not in that. I think Instagram, like that's what I think social media has really done well in.
Yeah, it has.
But then you see the freaking viral videos where
what was it that went like off last year? The feta
pasta.
Oh. I never tried it though.
No, neither.
No, I think the way that they did it was so like bland and tasteless.
Yeah, I was like, I don't imagine enjoying that. I was just like, I'd just rather my plain red sauce.
Yeah, literally. And I felt like if I was going to do it, I was going to add so much to it. There was actually no point of even making a dish.
Yeah.
It's just really, really hard. So what do you love doing the most in terms of Italian cooking? Like, is it the pastas? Is it what is it that you're like, I'm so excited?
I love, like for me, anything like really traditional. Like I made olives not long ago and just me sitting there on my own cracking the olives, like slow cooking. I love. I really like to like soak up and enjoy the process. So anything like really traditional, like the olives are really fun. Pasta making is really fun. Making salamis hopefully in a couple of weeks, so that will be really fun.
Yes.
Anything that's like kind of stemmed from like my grandparents that I want to like now perfect, I really enjoy. So that's it for me. Slow cooking I love. Rainy days I'm just like, yes, let me be inside and just cook.
Yes.
But
sitting there rolling the pasta out.
I know. Do you guys do you guys have a website? I can't remember.
No.
Not yet. Yeah, soon. Because I was like, I just feel like with pasta sometimes it's very hit and miss, isn't it? With some, I'm like, people just overcomplicate it. I'm like, you really
Yeah, and people do think it's complicated. It's like, look, it's actually like 3 or 4, depending on what you're making, like 3 or 4 ingredients. And it's not hard. Like it's actually quite easy. Some shapes can be really tricky and to perfect the flavors, but just like a pappardelle or a tagliatelle, very easy.
Yeah. Or just
so easy, and it's really fun. I think it's so much fun.
It is fun. And I think this is the thing with like authentic cooking. It's all about not slaving off and doing it. It's about like coming to kind of together and making it together.
Yeah.
Because it was like community and village life. And so the women would come together. That was their bitch session. That was their let's bitch about my mother-in-law session.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah. We need to like swap the brunch dates for just pasta making with friends.
I feel like it's coming back.
Yeah,
it's kind of coming back. I think we've got to kind of do a workshop. When I come to Adelaide or South Australia, visit you guys, we can do a pasta session.
Yes, you have to come. You have to come.
I really want to come. It's just been, oh my God. Last year I was really contemplating doing like booking a few things, and I thought to myself, oh no. And we went into lockdown. Like it was a later one than the year before. And I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass, but hopefully we never have to kind of go through that.
We have to do that again.
Yeah.
Oh God. So where do you guys kind of see, like when you think of your brand, are you just, because you said that you were just kind of starting out, but now you kind of are a bit more clearer in terms of what you want to do. What do you see for yourselves, you two?
Exciting things.
Yes, exciting. We'd love to do pasta classes, and whether that is, that becomes sort of like a business, or whether it's just, out with small groups of friends.
And there's not much of it in Adelaide either. Like I am doing one at Maggie Beer Farm. Yeah, I'm doing one there, but I was like just for a friend's birthday, and I was searching around and there's really not too much around. So would love to do that. And also because like we have young friends that like don't really know how to cook, and we're just like, we can show you how like easy it is to make pasta. And like we're at that age that all our friends now are like moving into their own homes, and cooking is like quite important. So classes would be awesome. Maybe
we'll have to come and do one together, wouldn't we?
Little
workshop. I think I love that stuff. I can see you guys doing that. Beautiful, where it's sort of like, let's cook, let's eat together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, like the full Italian experience,
Yeah.
the full wholesome Italian experience.
I love.
Yeah, and then we'd like to do a recipe book, I think, one day.
Yeah, I feel like that's
like a big goal.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I was like, I do like quite a bit of research as well. And I was listening to some other podcasts. I was like, oh, I mean, it's everyone's dream to do a cooking book, like a published one. And it's so funny when you actually hear the process and, you know, publishers want to know that you're definitely going to sell X amount. You got to go and have meetings and you got to, and then write a proposal. And then, it takes like 2 years to write it and you make basically next to no money, but it's like just this legacy. And I'm just like, really? I thought it was like this thing. Like Jamie Oliver has like 20. Surely it's
how did he do it?
It's more like a legacy.
Easy, like I could imagine. But yeah, that would be like an end goal where you'd really need to like perfect the recipes. And then it's also like hard. It's like we post our recipes on Instagram, but then do we save some for a cookbook? Like it's so, and then like it's just so hard.
I think that's really difficult too. I do my own little books, like I do mini books, more ebooks, but then I get them printed as well. And it's very difficult because I feel like you do have to like give some on, so because you want people to cook your meals as well, so they can experience, you know, what they're like, they enjoy it, they build that like, no, trust. And then on the other side, you're like writing away as well. It's work, but like it's that fine balance. And I think that's where we kind of tip into overwhelm. Do you find that with social media a little bit? Do you find that it's this endless chasing your tail sort of thing?
Yeah, there might be something that's really popular and then something that you make and you absolutely love and you share it and you put it out there and it doesn't get the attention that you expected.
Yeah, where sometimes like that
oh.
that reel's going to do so well and it's like 1,000 views. And we're like, what did we do wrong? Is it the time that we posted? Like it's, it is hard.
It's a lot of time. How long does it take you to create a recipe, write it, do a reel, post? Like what's your, because it's too
we also split up duties sometimes, like,
which I think is the great thing about having the two of us. Like if we were doing it on our own, it would be so much more time.
Would not exist.
It wouldn't exist. It would be too much time. But having both of us, there's double the amount of work that's contributing to it. So but it might just be that we make something quickly during the day and then we look back at it and go through later and create the recipe, or after work just make a reel quickly on our phones.
Like we filmed on the weekend. I've still got a reel to make. It depends like how in your head that you've planned out to like make the reel. Like if it's just gonna be like a boom 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 one, then that's like not too hard. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes reels aren't too bad. The recipe writing I would say probably takes a little bit longer.
I agree.
I
agree.
And then like in terms of like we've got kind of a schedule of posting, like it's usually like 3 times a week, and a Sunday night's like always mandatory. And then like we'll do like a midweek post or something like that. But
there's that pressure, isn't there?
And then like the food styling too, that it takes time.
Everything takes time.
It does.
6 hours uninterrupted, like because you just have to, and writing the recipe and then making sure that you wrote it kind of correctly and were clear enough. And then I think that I just keep the videos easy. I'm like, I see some people and they're amazing, like they do different things, the slicing, the up close, and I'm just like,
just keep it real. We're the same. We've got like one of those little tripods, what is it, like a stand, and the camera comes up over the top. Similar to that. We have that, and that is just like life-saving. You just do everything below it, and then afterwards you just chop and change whatever you want from the videos.
I agree.
That's what we tend to do, and that works. And we just do like content days, like maybe once a month, and we'll smash out a couple recipes together. We think we're always going to get so much done, and then we don't. But
because it's all that styling and filming, it takes so much time.
It does. You don't realize.
It does, and that's why people charge for this.
Yeah, literally.
You know, but I think also it's just because the video is a way that it's going. And you know, also sometimes when we look at other people that are further along than us, I know that sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, they've done really well. But I'm like, you know, they started 10 years ago or 6 years ago, you know, 6 years ago, video wasn't like really, I mean, I suppose it was YouTube, but like on social media, like it wasn't as what it is now, you know, it was just blog, SEO, you know, Pinterest. So it was very photography based. And yeah, someone was sharing the other week, like the same recipe, but one was a picture and one was a reel, and the reach, like one was 2,000 and the other one was like 20,000 or 200. Like it was just, so it's really, really difficult. So you got to kind of just, I suppose, find your own rhythm and things.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes our photos tend to do really well. And then we did have like one reel that took off and we were like, whoa.
Yeah.
As well.
We tried TikTok. We're not sure what to do with it.
Yeah. I feel like we past that generation that is more like even younger than us, but it's hard to work.
It's so hard to edit the videos on there. It is just like so hard. I just
save them. So when you do you actually do your do you edit your reels in Instagram?
Sometimes, or I use an app, but I tried uploading my TikTok and it just did not fit. So I was like, I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not an expert though. I'm not an expert.
No, update the app, because I just usually, like, if I edit it in Instagram, I'll, like, before I publish it, I'll download it to my camera roll so it doesn't have any watermark.
Yeah.
And then I'll share it. But people, I find TikTok quite vicious.
Yeah.
On there are just so, I'm like, cutthroat. I'm just like,
Are you finding TikTok like works for you? Like, what's your
I had one video go viral, whatever that means. It was like, I just opened up my app one day after 4 days of not posting, because I just post whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was just like 1,000 something. I was like, I didn't even understand. It was the chicken and corn.
Oh yeah.
I would never ever that was the quickest and shittest edit I've ever done. I just slapped a voiceover over it, and then, like, it didn't even do that great on Instagram, so I assumed, oh, like, whatever. And then TikTok, it just went, but there was some arsehole comments on there too. Like, I'm just like, who even says that to anyone or in general? But yeah, so, but we found fixing after a while. But yeah, it's just, so it's very weird. But with social media, they kind of say like, oh, post every day. I'm like, I don't have time to post every day. Sorry, it's not happening. No,
it's happening. We try our best, even like through stories, we'll put things up. But every day, it's hard.
It's, you just got to stick in your own lane and your own vision and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I was coming to your house and I'm just coming to your house. I'm coming from Sydney to Adelaide. I'm like, girls, I'm coming over. Let's visit. What are you cooking me?
I think we can't say that we're not going to cook you pasta.
It'd have to be a pasta, some form of pasta.
Maybe something like pork and fennel sausage.
Yeah,
in the sauce, or a ragu.
Good old lasagna, and it has to be rice balls or arancini. We always call them rice balls. That's just what.
Well, like Southerners, rice balls. Do you stuff yours? Like, how do you guys usually do your arancini?
It's funny, like our mums and their other sister all do theirs a bit different.
Yeah, they do.
My mum always puts a little cube of mozzarella in the middle, and sometimes a bit of ham and mozzarella.
My mum just does them plain, like parsley and cheese. But then she goes through phases, and then she brought one of those like big arancini molds, and then she was stuffing them with like bolognese and peas, and I was like, okay. So she goes through phases, and then she'll go through phases like potato croquettes. So yeah, at the moment we're on the rice ball phase.
Yeah.
Like with your family, I don't know, like maybe it was more when I was younger, but like if my mum did something, I was like, Mum, this is really good.
Yes, I know what you're going to say. My mum, she started making like a lentil dal. We told her it's good. She's made it every week since we said it.
I'm not even joking.
Tonight for dinner.
Stash, plus I'm like, I am sick of this. I'm actually starting to freaking hate it.
Yeah.
So
Why did I tell you it was nice? But I feel like I'm becoming that.
I was gonna say, like, with kids, do you find that you cook like the same meals every week? Like, how do you like?
Well, my kids hate my food, believe it or not. I get messages nearly every single day. I'm not kidding you. Nearly every single day from people, particularly my Facebook group, because they usually test my recipes out before they go in the books.
Yeah.
Every day saying family favorite, husband loved it, kids lick the bowl. I get videos of their kids slurping, saying, eating a cauliflower beef stew, licking the bowl. And I'm thinking, my kid won't even eat freaking, like if they see parsley in the freaking pasta, they're gagging. And I'm thinking,
Oh no.
so what I usually do is when I recipe develop, look, if they like it, they like it. But usually I'll have like crumb chicken in, like my own crumb chicken in the freezer that I could just bake a little bit. Sometimes I'll swap things out. Like I'll dissect things. Usually Italian recipes, they're good because it's, you know, pasta,
Yep.
it's pretty. And then sometimes they'll take me by surprise. I don't know. If not, have a banana. Don't care. I'm at that point.
I was like that as a kid too, like super fussy.
Were you super fussy? You give me hope.
Yeah, only like meat and potatoes. And then now I'm the complete opposite. Like, yeah, I didn't eat any veggies, nothing.
Until what age?
Like slowly started to eat veggies by like 15. And then now it's kind of funny because I don't really eat meat and always veggies. So it's just funny.
I'm a bit like that too. Like I prefer pescatarian, Mediterranean. Like I like, this is what I mean when people say, I don't know if you get this. They're like, oh, can you just do vegan? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm not fucking vegan.
Like,
no.
No. And I don't even know what the alternative to suggest to you is. Like, it's
a whole nother world. And I just am like, no, because I do not understand your substitutes, nor do I care, not in a rude way. I just feel like if you're gonna be vegan, just follow proper vegan accounts because they've tried, tested, they know the subs, they know the consistency. I don't, and I don't care for it.
They know how to make it taste good, whereas like if we tried,
I don't know if it tastes good.
Well, I don't know. Don't put cheese in it. I don't know how it's gonna taste. Yeah,
some things we do would be vegan. Like I do some, you know, random stuff that happens to be vegan, but I don't do it specifically with intention for vegans.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, we are trying to, like, we find that we do tend to steer towards more like vegetarian recipes in our page. So we are trying to incorporate meat. That's like a bit of a for us.
A lot of Italian sides are like, the thing is, I think with Italian, like it's Mediterranean, it's very fresh, it's very seasonal. So if we're using a bit of meat, it's not meat and this, it's like there's salad with roast veggies and blah blah blah, and there's some chicken in it. Like you don't want the chicken, flick it out. Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Yeah.
So the whole, I think now, and I think they're dropping, I feel like vegan, the words vegan is dropping a little bit and it's more plant-based. I'm like, what's the difference? Is there a difference? No,
it's the same.
the marketing thing, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there's such a stigma put on the vegans, so they're just trying to change it to plant-based to sound better. But
something smells here. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't notice that actually, that a lot of people are referring to things as plant-based rather than vegan. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm definitely all for using as much local, organic if possible, but I just think using as much locally sourced products is just way healthier than, you know, using a vegan cheese or something that's been substituted with chemicals to make it taste like dairy or meat.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. So you guys are in South Australia. where, and I did ask you guys before the show, I was like, I'm going to give you a heads up because I don't want to put you on the spot, because every time someone says to me, Marilyn, where should we go eat? I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me on the spot.
No, and when you asked us yesterday, I like started thinking, I was like, no, I was like, it's not good enough. And then today I was like, got my final 5.
All right, hit me. Where are we going? Where am I coming after your house? Where am I coming to eat at? Tell me.
So this will be for dinner, we thinking?
Wherever, any, I'm open to anything.
So
Dinner, yeah.
What
do we say? We said one of long-term favorites is Ruby Red Flamingo in North Adelaide.
Yeah.
Just really good Italian food. You get your pasta, meat.
They do like good polenta with like creamy mushrooms on top. Oh, it's unreal.
Have goosebumps. Yeah.
That's like a really family favorite. Like we've done like big family like lunches there and stuff. Really good. Then where else? Pill Street restaurant is like quality. That's like, they call it modern Australian, so it's like a bit of everything there.
I think there's a lot of Middle Eastern flavors though.
Yeah, Middle Eastern, some Asian. Oh, it's really good though, like really good, and in a good spot of the city too, so like you can go out for drinks afterwards. Really good. Then Fugazzi is a good one. That's new, and that's opened by Laura Sharrod from MasterChef.
Oh yeah, Laura. Yeah, she is from there. I saw that. Did she hang on? Because she had something before that, or she's got something.
Nido as well. That's in I think like Hyde Park, which is just out of the city. But this Fugazzi's in the city. And that's really good too.
Pasta house?
Yeah, pasta. She's got like a lot of like starters on the menu, and then there's a pasta section, and then there's like a steak section type, or like meats and like this grilled cabbage thing. But yeah, and dessert, really good. I would say that's like more fancy type of dining though.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I think I follow her, but again, I don't see half the people now that I follow because algorithms. Yeah, I think she posted that she was doing something. I really liked her in MasterChef, and I feel like she's a full adult now, and I'm like, how did this happen? Weren't she a teenager?
I know.
Yeah, I was so shocked when I saw her age. She's not that much older than us, and she's just winning. She's got restaurants.
Her restaurant is like booked out every week, like Fugazzi. I don't know about Nido, but yeah, Fugazzi is really popular.
Oh, nice. Hopefully she branches out here. We could do with a good one.
Yeah.
Any lunch spots?
Yes.
Lunch. We love going for lunch like on a weekend, like Adelaide Hills, Mclaren Vale.
Long lunching.
Yeah. Wineries are big in South Australia.
What ones are you kind of like really good ones?
Pizzateca's been around quite a while now, and that is just
very family friendly.
Family friendly. Pizza pretty much is the only thing.
Yeah, pizza and then like few sides. They don't do pasta or anything like that.
You pretty much go there for the pizza, and you can sit outside even and
bring your dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really nice spot. And it's right next to like vineyards as well. It's really nice.
Nice. Where else?
The other one,
Vineyard Bottin's really nice. And that one there kind of like looks, I haven't been to Italy, but it looks like, they say it's their little slice of Italy, and it is really cute, and it's run by an Italian family, and they're really sweet. I met them when I went last. That's really cute, and their food is so homely, like it's really, really good. You can tell it's made lots of love. I love it. Yeah.
And the wine's amazing.
Yeah, and their wines are really good too. Yeah.
That's always amazing. I'm actually going next week to Orange, so that's a little bit out of Sydney, but yeah, it's very similar to like Hunter Valley. Oh, someone's going to be like, no, it's not. I'm going to get in trouble, but yeah, it's just that whole really nice town, like really, good food, good quality, local grown stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's amazing. Any other lunch spots or like dinner before we go to brunch, maybe? If you
dinner, Golden Boy.
Oh yes, Golden Boy.
Really good Asian food. Just like Thai. Is it Thai?
I think it's like Asian fusion, maybe.
Could be fusion.
You know what it is similar to is Chin Chin in Melbourne. And
Chin Chin in Melbourne is different to Chin Chin Sydney. Just saying.
Yeah, I went to when I went to Chinchon in Melbourne, I noticed it was like a similar vibe.
It's not that it was bad here, but it not as good.
Not the same.
No, personally, it could have been just that night. This is the thing. I just feel like sometimes,
I know,
very hit and miss lately. I don't know about you guys, but do you feel like you're getting a little bit hit and miss? Might be a staffing thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it, and like service plays such a big part. Like I love good service.
Me too.
And if I don't get it, it kind of weighs down on my like thought. Like,
and the thing is, like, I know, listen, like we're not foodies. We don't actually walk into a restaurant with a chip on our shoulder being like, better be good. No, we're not. We just, listen, we're having a freaking night off cooking. We are happy. We are happy. But, and I think that when you're paying like 30 something bucks for a pasta, I want it to be good. And I don't want like, I'm finding things a little bit bland or stingy, and I get inflation and I get pricing and stuff, but also waiters just having no effing idea. Like,
I totally agree.
Hard for the restaurant owners, so I can't bag them for that at all, but at the same time I'm just like, what's going on? But to let them, we understand.
I know. I do feel like that's happening, but like in Adelaide, like dining recently, it's been like pretty good. But I do agree, like it's like you can recommend someone to go somewhere and then they'll go and they'll be like, hey, I didn't actually think it was that good. And it's like, well, might have been the night. So it's like it's hard to judge a place. But like you have to go a couple of times to know if it's like really good.
It always, you just don't know. We just don't know, right? What about brunch or breakfast spots?
Our brunch here is like good, but because we just went to Melbourne like a weekend or so ago, and look, it doesn't compare.
I heard when you spoke to Anna Rossi, she mentioned Florian, and we went to Florian.
We loved it
last Monday, and we were just obsessed. The eggs Florian.
Yeah, we were like, wow, this is so different, and it was the cafe itself was just so cute.
Yeah. Oh my God, you did go to Melbourne. That's where it was.
Yeah.
So where did you go?
Go there if you go. Make sure you go there if you go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys got to send me a list. I interviewed as well from Adelaide, Rose Adam from MasterChef.
I want to go to her.
I went to the middle store recently.
I really want to go there.
Yeah.
So I was in, like, she loves baking. Like I can tell from her page.
Yeah.
But her, oh my God, her stuff looks amazing. I'm like,
it does.
Yeah, and she's just so nice. Like,
I know, she seems so nice.
She actually is, though. This is the thing, like, when you like speak to someone, they're like, oh, thank God someone's actually who they appear to be. Like, really lovely lady. Really nice. So
I do really want to go to her cafe, but I think it's like, because I like work full time during the week, and I think it's only open on Saturdays and the weekends, and like Saturday mornings I'm usually like busy doing something, so it's like, damn. But I think I need to put time aside to go there, because she's always got specials on. And I'm like, wow, I want to try that. Yeah,
she does that really, really well. Well, she'll just feel inspired, her and her, team in there. She just says, like, she'll just like creative, like what's in season, what do we have of? And I think she's like, people from down the road, like, will just drop off bags of lemons to her. And I'm like, I just love that so much.
Yeah,
my heart. That's so cute. So
middle store, put that on your list.
You guys have to send me a list of all this, and I'll add this all in the show notes as well. So if anyone's listening that wants to visit, South Australia, Adelaide, then they can just have a look at the list.
Everything's not too far away from each other.
Yeah, I heard that. And
Adelaide and Mclaren are like the opposite ways, I think. I got even good directions.
You either want to do a day in Adelaide Hills or a day in Mclaren Vale. Yeah, Barossa's further, not my favorite.
I heard that because I told you before, I don't know, before we hit record, that my girlfriend is from Adelaide. She grew up and then moved to Sydney when she was young, but they say that, like, Barossa.
Yeah, it's like such a long drive, and it's very dry.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, whereas Adelaide Hills is just, I don't know, it just feels warm and
exciting.
Yeah.
And the wine, what do you prefer? Which one's got, I mean, they both probably have nice wine, but you just like whatever.
I like, yeah, anything tastes good.
I'll drink a $7 bottle. What?
Yeah, whatever. I was going to say though, in Barossa there is a really nice place called Lou's Place, and that's opened by Callum Han and someone else, I don't know who, but it's their team, and that's a really nice place to eat. And that's kind of like, I would say, like modern Australian as well, because they bring out like an antipasto, and then they do have pasta on the menu, but then I also got something different for my
kangaroo with like lemon myrtle or something.
They'll do something like that.
Yeah.
But it's really good there too.
I like that. I like when they just infuse different things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So do you guys have a go-to CBF recipe? Like, what is I'm tired. I don't feel like takeaway. Yuck, I don't want to have takeaway tonight, but I also don't want to really do too much work. What is your go-to recipe?
A one-pan meal, I think.
Yeah, one pan or two if it's pasta and a quick sauce. We do pasta aglio olio peperoncino.
Nice.
Just
Yeah,
easy
that's
and
easy.
delicious.
What do you put? Like olive oil?
Olive oil, chili. We normally got chilies grown in the backyard, so homegrown chili and plenty of garlic. It's just can't go wrong. It's just delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like pipi and patati. That's like a real traditional Calabrese one. So it's like capsicums and potatoes. And my mum just like throws it into one pan and puts it in the oven. And then she'll just with some fresh bread, which is really good.
So you won't even so no pasta. That's just like a potato.
And she sometimes puts some chicken in there as well. But yeah, that can be done so many different ways though. Like my nonna made it for me, and she like cooked the capsicums on the stove and then oven baked the potatoes and put it together. I was like, magic. Like you can't go wrong. The combination is just too good.
Too good. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. Do you want to let people know where they can find you? And I'll obviously put it into the show notes as well.
Yes, we are on Instagram and is at Cugini Cucina, and in the notes you can see how to spell it.
Who came up with the name?
I don't know.
It was on that night on the group chat when we decided to make a page.
I feel like Isabella did.
Yeah, let's do it.
And I was like, sounds good. I was like, I want a chili as our logo.
I love it. It's good luck too. So it makes all sense. Totally on brand. I love it so much. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so much.
Bye.